time to tune in. Now another Sports Center, it's a movement.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Touchdown with Doug Smith. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this is your first time taking and being on the show, watching this, you guys go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Folks, I drop weekly videos. I cover the entire NFL. Y'all know I got a favorite team, but I cover the entire NFL unbiasedly. And my job is just to take and present the news to the world in a fun fashion. Now, so far this offseason, I've been doing everything from mock drafts, free agency grades, and my initial goal was to do a mock draft for every NFL team. I got kind of close, but still got some ways to go. But I'm going to do this final mock draft. This is my final one. As you guys know, there is a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. As you guys know, lots of O-linemen, edge rushers, and tons of receiver talent. Very, very excited. A very well-rounded draft. If you're looking, if you're a team like the Kansas City Chiefs and you're looking on just filling a few more holes so you can make another, run at the Super Bowl again, it's a great draft for you. Same with the Buccaneers, same with a lot of other teams. If you're a team on the come up, say like the Miami Dolphins and whatnot, hey, you got a few more holes to fill, but this is a great draft for you. If your team is doing a complete rebuild, this is a great draft for you. Very, very excited, folks. I'm about to take and share my screen. But once again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like, drop a comment, hit that bell. And ultimately, I want to get you guys feedback. So if you like this, if you don't like it, let me know if you agree or disagree, what have you. I'm always open to discussion, and pretty much every comment that drops down below, I will be responding. So thank you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. I put the draft speed pretty fast, hoping to have this done in 15 minutes or so. And I am going to select all. Okay, we're not choosing one team. We're not choosing the Bears. We're not choosing the Browns. We're choosing all the teams. We're making all the picks today. Now, I will say, quick disclaimer, last year I did pretty dang good. I actually got 5 picks correct and almost got 6 had the Eagles not gotten Rieger. Had they gotten Jefferson, that would have been 6. But I got the Carolina Panthers pick correct last year with Brown, the defensive tackle. I predicted Tua, I predicted Herbert, the cornerback from Ohio State who went to Detroit. I got a bunch of those right. In the beginning, it's usually easier, but as you go on, it gets tough. If I'm wrong, I hope to at least be correct on the position. Folks, I've done hours listening to videos, pre-draft analysis, all this. So I'm hoping to take and break that number of 5. So anything above that is success to me. I'll be happy. But let's draft. Enough talking. Let's go get in it. Okay. So as you guys see a freaking mile away, Trevor Lawrence, let's just make this quick. Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have essentially dropped a team nuclear bomb. A lot of the original people are gone. Very few original people, from, that championship, almost championship team, were there. I have Trevor Lawrence going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's go ahead. I also, for number 2, I'll be real with you, and this is just a personal opinion. Zack Wilson is probably my favorite quarterback in the draft. But I'll be real with you guys. I really have a feeling he's going to take and go to the Jets. I feel like he's the next best quarterback off the board. The guy's mobile. He's a good pocket QB. Great deep ball accuracy. I got Zack Wilson going to the Jets. A lot of people are questioning Justin Fields, and I don't quite understand it. The guy has moxie. Comes from a good home. He could beat you with his legs, but the dude is a pocket quarterback. That guy could throw 70 and 80-yard bombs. That guy is a beast, and he's very accurate as well, too. He has room for improvement, but I do believe the San Francisco 49ers, if they want to take and eventually make it back to the Super Bowl, Justin Fields is going to be that next great quarterback. I'm very excited to take and see him. Now this brings us to the number 4 pick in the draft. ATL, shawty, what's happening? I got the Atlanta Falcons. Now, they have obviously cleaned house, that they got a brand new coach over there and stuff like brand new coach over there and stuff like that. What takes in I don't feel like Matty Ice is going to be gone. I don't. It's definitely a possibility. This could very well be Trey Lance. This very well could be hey, get him more protection. Let's go get Penei Sewell. But guys, I have the Atlanta Falcons taking and pick none other than the best tight end in the draft. You can't pass this up. You have to take this guy off the board. Even if you have a stable tight end already, you can't leave this guy not on your team if you have the opportunity to draft him. You guys know where I'm going with this. I got Kyle Pitts. I believe Matty Ice is there to stay. They need to fix the defensive side of the ball. And nothing wrong with Matt Ryan. He ain't the perfect quarterback, but he's been in a lot of big situations. They need to put better pieces around him. I got Kyle Pitts going over to ATL. That leaves us with Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And again, it's another situation. You need a better O-line. Your top quarterback got injured against the Washington football team last year. Again, this guy has time. I mean, the receiver core, I'm not crazy about. And you have an opportunity to get possibly the best receiver in the draft. It's going to let that sink in. The best receiver in the now, obviously, some people say that's Devontae Smith. So certain circles will say Rondale Moore or Jalen Waddle. But Jamar Chase, he has history with Joe Burrow. They have chemistry. They know each other. They are friends. I do believe with this being a very deep offensive line draft, I do believe Jamar Chase is going to take and go to the Cincinnati Bengals. And that leaves the next team, the Miami Dolphins. Doing great things, won 10 games, somehow lost the freaking playoffs, but it's all good. No worries. I have them again, Devontae Smith. Again, very similar to with Alabama, LSU with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Getting a familiar face for Tua, somebody who he has chemistry with, somebody who I watched a documentary that they would go on trips to Hawaii together, have a very, very close relationship. Devontae Smith, I have him taking and going to the Miami Dolphins. I ain't mad at that pick at all. Next pick, this is again, we having some people sliding now, with I'm speaking code here. The beer flu that took and happened. I have multiple players sliding. I know a lot of people, they have Trey Lance. He's gone at this point. I do have Trey Lance sliding a little bit, but he's going to come up here very soon. But nonetheless, I have for the number 7 pick in the NFL draft, I have Mr. Jalen Waddle. Back-to-back Alabama receivers. Now, you guys got to keep in mind, Jalen Waddle, he took and he lost. I said Jalen Waddle, sorry. The Detroit Lions, they lost quite a bit of receivers this year. They lost Galladay, and they also lost the other guy. I'm drawing a brain fart right now. But yeah, they lost 2 of their best receivers this past free agency. So they're definitely going to want to take up that receiver core. But I'm also going to say this, and I could be wrong. Number 7 pick could very well take and be the quarterback from North Dakota State, Trey Lance. Very well could be, but we will see. We will see. Nonetheless, number 8 in the draft, I have Penei Sewell. His fall from grace takes and stops. Carolina Panthers, they are on a rebuild. Matt Rule's doing some beautiful things. If you're a right-handed quarterback, one of the best things you can have is a really good left tackle. Hands down. As a matter of fact, it's the most highest paid position on the O-line. So I have Penei Sewell going to the Carolina Panthers, and fall from grace also takes some stops for the Denver Broncos. Now, as you guys know, John Elway changed positions not too long ago as far as the back office goes, but that doesn't stop his bloodlust for getting the next great quarterback. He has been on a warpath. Now, Drew Lock, I like Drew Lock, but he was injured last year, and we can't hold our breath and waiting to see, well, is he going to do bad this year? Is he going to do good? I believe he will do good, but nonetheless, I have Trey Lance, quarterback from North Dakota State, going to Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. What's up? Then we got the Dallas Cowboys, a very controversial Dallas Cowboys. Now, as you guys know, with the Dallas Cowboys, they are a team that, they're always, every year is their year. Every year is their year. Well, I'm going to take and say this. They're on a rebuild. The R word that many NFL teams are very, very scared of. I have the Dallas Cowboys taking possibly the best defensive back off the board. I have Patrick Surtain joining the Dallas Cowboys. Very, very excited for that. Patrick Surtain, here he is. You have now been drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. So let's do a quick recap. We got Trevor Lawrence, Zack Wilson, Justin Fields, Kyle Pitt, Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith. Detroit got Jalen Waddle. Dude's a beast. Some people say, he may even be better than Devontae Smith, but we will take and see at that next level. We got Penei Sewell, Trey Lance, North Dakota State, and Patrick Surtain. All right, folks, We got about a third done with this draft. So here we go. We got the New York Giants on the clock. And I remember a couple years, their running back, he made a comment about, them not having a good O-line. And it's tough to, Daniels, their quarterback, Danny Dimes, as they call it. I don't know how he earned that email or how he earned that name. How can you get someone like that to develop? They're making some moves. They're making some awesome moves. They're gonna be competing for first place in that division this year. But nonetheless, I have them taking the next best O lineman off the board, and that's going to be Rashawn Slater. Certain circles you speak with, they'll even say that, hey, he's possibly the best O lineman in the draft. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what takes it happens. But again, having that offensive lineman to taking beef up your O line. That makes it better, for Saquon Barkley. That makes it better for your quarterback. Makes it better for your receivers because they need someone to throw the ball to them, So solidifying that O-line is going to be very, very detrimental to the success of the New York Giants. Next on the clock, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys already know they're always booing the commissioner. They boo. I can't remember the last time they didn't boo a first-round pick. Now, last year and I'll be honest with you guys, I have no clue where the heck they're going to go with this. Last year, I was like, yeah, they're going to get Jefferson. Jefferson, possibly, one of the best receivers in the draft last year, is going to fall right into their lap. And they went Rieger. It was Justin Rieger, I believe. I know the last name's Rieger. They went him, and he's dope. I like him. He's not better than Jefferson, but we'll see. We'll see how that pick pans out. But this year, 2021 NFL draft, I have Mr. J.C. Horn. That's the son of legendary wide receiver Joe Horn. He actually takes and plays cornerback. Now, this guy, he's ranked possibly the second best cornerback in the draft, second best DB in the draft. Joe Horn's son, again, J.C. Horn. Now, he was in an interview I saw recently where he said he would love to take and line up on the opposite side of Darius Slay. I mean, and there's so many holes. I mean, dude, they could go running back, or if they have running back already, but they could go O-line, D-line, they go quarterback again. Depends on if you like Jalen Hurts or not. It's a controversial pick regardless. Respect. I know a lot of people who are Eagles fans that probably turn off the episode. What the hell? A quarterback? What the heck, Doug? Oh my gosh. No. Bad choice. But too late. That's what I'm choosing. J.C. Horn. And I call it. And he has been in communication with the Philadelphia Eagles. I did get some news on that. So as have a lot of players that could go either way, but J.C. Horn to Philadelphia Eagles. For the San Diego Chargers. Forgive me, y'all. I used to live in San Diego. I'll never get used to calling them the LA Chargers. Anywho, the Chargers, we'll just say. I have Christian Darrisaw. They've been making some moves on that O-line this offseason. They haven't been the sexiest picks, but Herbert is the freaking truth. He got, rookie of the year, best quarterback based off of numbers, obviously to see how time plays out. We got Burrow coming back, and Tua's going to make a big splash probably a year or two. But for last year, Herbert did his dang thing. And I'm excited to see what he does with a better O-line, have more time to throw and stuff like that, more time to work on his accuracy. But man, Herbert is the man. Again, Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle, Virginia Tech. What's happening? All right, guys, we're almost about halfway done. We got the Minnesota Vikings on the clock. Okay. For Minnesota Vikings, I have them getting, I show here, Elijah Vera Tucker. Okay. Is going to take and be he's an offensive guard from USC. Very, very talented guy. Elijah Vera Tucker, USC, going to the Minnesota Vikings. Then we got the New England Patriots. And it's very rare that I see a mock draft where someone gets this pick right. I just want to throw this out. I watch hundreds of mock drafts, it seems. YouTube, ESPN, different articles, different analysts. And it seems like almost no one ever gets it right. But hopefully I get it right this year. And hopefully a lot of you guys take and see it coming a million miles away. Possibly the most polarizing quarterback in this draft, Mac Jones from Alabama. I have him becoming a New England Patriot. Yes, they signed Cam Newton, but they only signed him for another 1 year deal. Signed him for another 1 year deal, which is good. I think Cam is a great guy to take and learn from. You talk about growth and stuff like that. And, he was in a brand new system. I'm excited for Cam Newton, but I don't think he's a long-term answer. Mac Jones, I do have a feeling he's going to fall right into the laps of the New England Patriots. I even see them maybe even trading up because, there's a few teams that secretly, possibly the Giants, possibly the Eagles, who may try to make a jump at Mac Jones. I mean, heck, you still got, if you're the Vikings, you still got to pay the daggone Kirk Cousins. But they could possibly make a move, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. But Mac Jones, have him going to the Patriots. That's my thought process behind that. Next pick is going to take and be the Arizona Cardinals. Now, boy, they are on the come up, man. They got J.J. Watt. Man, I am loving what I'm seeing over there in Arizona. And that being said, I got the best linebacker in the draft. When I watch this tape, before I say this, and you guys probably know, yes, it's Micah Parsons. When I watch his tape, what's crazy about Micah Parsons is that I feel like it's an adult playing with a bunch of Pee-wee kids. So he's going to fit right in on the next level. He big, fast, physical, loves to get to the quarterback. You could put him as a DN, put him as a linebacker. He could play multiple positions. He could blitz you on the inside, blitz you on the outside. He could jump high. He is everything you want. He's good enough to be a top 5 pick. The reason why I didn't put him in top 5 because it's not based off need. I go off need. I go off who's interviewing who's rumored to take and go to what teams and stuff like that. Stuff gets leaked out. But I do have Micah Parsons, and Micah Parsons could go to the Eagles, could go to the Giants. He could go a lot earlier. Could even go to Dallas, but I don't see him going any further than 16. So if you're a Raiders, Dolphins fan who wanted him, sorry, I have him taken and going to the Arizona Cardinals. Anywho, I got with my number 17th pick in the draft, NFL draft, I got the Las Vegas Raiders. See, I got it right that time. I didn't say Oakland Raiders. But I have them taking again another great linebacker. Now, this dude is a absolute dog. No character issues with him. You hear nothing but good things about him being a great teammate. I have the Las Vegas Raiders, Raider Nation. What's up? Stand up, clap for this one because you're going to need it. I got Jeremiah, and please forgive me if I say his name wrong, Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa. I have him taken coming from the great college in Notre Dame. And then, of course, we got the Miami Dolphins. That's my squad. I love the Dolphins, man. That's my favorite team. This could go a lot of ways, y'all. They could get another O lineman. They could get our first pick was a receiver. They could get an O lineman. They could go, receiver. They could go edge rusher. They could take the best safety off the board. There's not a lot of holes to fill for the Miami Dolphins because they're starting to get together. O-line is definitely going to be top priority. And if you guys see my video, I'll make sure I tag it at the end here of the Miami Dolphins. I have them getting at least 2 to 3 O-linemen in this year's draft because it's so stacked. But I don't have them going O-linemen. I have them taking possibly, arguably, debatably the best edge rusher in the draft. I have Azeez Ojulari from Georgia Bulldogs taking and joining the Miami Dolphins. Okay. Now this one I debated because there's Gregory Rousseau still on the board. Yeah. Jalen Phillips still on the board. But I encourage everybody to watch the tape. He can not only beat you outside, he could beat you inside, and he could blow you the heck back. His draft stock is rising extremely high. He's a relative of a prince over in Africa, which is pretty cool. I read that on his Wikipedia page. That was pretty neat. But the guy has a really good head on his shoulders. I'm really excited. I feel like with his character traits, he's going to fit in right into the Miami Dolphins. And again, this could go. I wouldn't be surprised if I took and I saw. I don't see someone maybe like Kwity Paye going this early, but definitely Jalen Phillips could also go, or even Carlos Basham could also be this pick too. But in my opinion, Azeez Ojulari is possibly the best edge rusher in the draft. That's what I got. And then we got the Washington football team. They are a very exciting team. You guys know Ron Rivera is a defensive coach as well, too, as he played defense in the National Football League. And I got the next best defensive player coming off the board. I have Zaven Collins from Tulsa University. I have him coming off the board right now. Washington football team. This guy's a freak of nature. Again, very similar to Micah Parsons. Somebody could even make the argument for Zaven Collins being better than Micah Parsons. I don't think so, but Zaven Collins is who I have. Went to Tulsa. It's a smaller school, but he made the best of that. He did the dang thing. So watch the tape of Zaven Collins. The dude is an absolute dog. Next off the board, we're almost done. We got 12 more picks in the draft, y'all. Okay. I got Trevon Morig Probably said his name wrong, but Trayvon Morig, coming from safety, coming from University of TCU, Texas Christian University. That's definitely a big need for the Chicago Bears. I would say quarterback, but I don't know what the heck they're thinking of Andy Dalton. That's a conversation for another day. Did an episode about it. You guys make sure you check that out. Also, next, I have the Colts coming off the board, and I have an edge rusher. Now, the Colts are primed for a Super Bowl right now. It's going to be a few things. Can Carson Wentz, can he bounce back? You're taking a risk with Carson Wentz. But for a third-round pick, I mean, I like the Carson Wentz pickup. I think they have a solidified O-line. I love their running backfield. I love their receivers. I love just about everything, but I feel like they could beef it up a little bit more on defense. That being said, I believe Jalen Phillips from the University of Miami, I have him taken and going over to the Indianapolis Colts. So Jalen Phillips, put on a jacket because you're going to Indianapolis. Actually, not really. They're playing the dome, but you guys get it what I'm saying. All right, we got the Tennessee Titans, and we got 10 more picks in the draft, y'all. Okay, let's speed this up. I have next best receiver off the board. This guy's rumored to maybe even fall to the second round, but I don't see him falling anymore. And I would not be mad at all if the Tennessee Titans picked up Dyami Brown from the University of North Carolina, Tar Heel. I have him taken and coming off the board. Now, Dyami Brown, there's a few circles that say that he could be the next Odell Beckham. I mean, the dude is a absolute dog. Absolutely love taking in watching his highlights. And and there's also Dash Shepard. I mean, I don't see him going in the first round, but there's other really good playmakers. I mean, UNC. They've had more playmakers than they've had in previous years. So yeah, very, very good there. Then we got the Jets, Jets, Jets. SUCK. Just kidding. Can't stand the Jets, but I do have them beefing up the defense. I have the next great edge rusher, Gregory Rousseau, coming off the board. Now, he did opt out last year, but hopefully he didn't take and miss a step. This dude is an absolute beast coming from the University of Miami. Have him going to the New York Jets. Next on the board, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Now, I was watching, I want to say it's happened about a day or two ago, and Mr. Najee Harris was talking with Mr. Stephen A. Smith. And Mr. Stephen A. Smith, let me just say, I don't always agree with everything he says, but I agree with him here. I would love to take and see Najee Harris for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I feel like, they're ever since they lost the running back that they had before. I mean, the team hasn't taken and been the same, to take a see a guy like Najee Harris, over 6 feet tall, 230 pounds, very, very shifty, could drop his shoulder on you. Great backfield catcher. He breathes life into that offense. If Steelers lost a lot of people, and obviously it's probably going to be the last year for Ben Roethlisberger. So Najee Harris, I have him taken and coming off the board. Next that I have here is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have them taking, this is their second first round pick in the draft. Okay. And I have the Jaguars. I actually have Rashad Bateman, wide receiver from Minnesota. Okay. Now they have so many holes to fill. So this could very easily be another O lineman. I wouldn't be surprised they want another O lineman, but Rashad Bateman is a beast. Big physical receiver, great jump ball. He's somebody who is definitely going to do some really great things at the next level for sure. Then we have the Cleveland Browns. I feel like they need a little bit more of an edge on defense, and to take and have another edge rusher on the opposite side. They're already possibly the best edge rusher in the NFL. I would love to take and see Kwity Paye from Michigan out there, creating a lot of havoc for offensives out there. So I have him come off the board. Basham could be another pick. I really debated, but I have a feeling it's going to be Kwity Paye. Next that I have is for the Ravens. Now I want to take a second to talk about the Ravens. Now the Ravens, a lot of receivers don't want to take and go over there. It's a stigma that Lamar Jackson is not a good quarterback. It's a stigma that he's just going to run all the time. You're not going to get enough touches. That's going to change. Now they have 2 first-round picks as they traded Orlando Brown, I believe his name is, over to the Kansas City Chiefs for a first-round draft pick. That was dope. I absolutely love that. But that being said, I have them taking and picking up Dylan Raduns. He's going to be the second player from North Dakota State, formerly blocked for their quarterback over in North Dakota State. I have him coming off the board. So let me go ahead and select him really quickly. Okay, Dylan Raduns. I'm definitely saying that wrong, and I apologize. Somebody's gonna be in the comment section. They're typing already. All right, y'all. So we got 5 more picks in the draft. I have the Saints, and again, the R word everybody's scared of, rebuild mode. You just lost Drew Brees, and you're about to have another quarterback in there. But that being said, I have the New Orleans Saints at the number 20. I have cornerback Greg Newsome. He fell a little bit, but this guy is an absolute beast, man. He's somebody who would look really, really good on an NFL roster. So Greg Newsome, I have him taking and going there. Green Bay Packers, again, another team. And I said beginning of the video about the Colts, a few other teams, the Buccaneers, the Chiefs, who you have a Super Bowl team already. It's just about this is more important than teams rebuilding. If you're the Saints, if you're the Jets, the Jaguars, you're rebuilding, but these picks are just as important. So you're 1 or 2 players away from that could give you the edge over a team like the Buccaneers. That being said, the Green Bay Packers, I have them taking and picking up offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins. Now, these defensive lines are getting better and better and better in the NFC. And Tevin Jenkins, man, I think he's a guy who's really up for the challenge. I think he's going to take and give Aaron Rodgers that edge, because it sucks the life out of you when you make it that far and then you just fail, and that far and you fail. And Aaron Rodgers, his time is ticking. His time is ticking in the NFL. He's, the guy's pushing 40. So offensive tackle, Oklahoma State, Tevin Jenkins off the board. Let me go ahead and select him here really quickly. Tevin Jenkins, you're off. Okay, then we have the Buffalo Bills. Next pick I have off the draft. Now, the Buffalo Bills, I have something to say. Not crazy. Their quarterback is, shout out to my boy Bogart Scott-Free from the GMM network. The dude is the white Cam Newton. Josh is he's a beast. He's a beast, but he is their running game. I don't really like that necessarily, even for a guy like Lamar Jackson. I really don't like that because we don't see those guys last too long in the NFL. I would love to take and see absolutely love to see the Buffalo Bills ultimately take and pick up a running back. And though a lot of people have him go into second round, I do not. Travis Etienne from Clemson University is a guy you do not want to pass up on. He could catch the ball. He could run the ball. Hey, if you play fantasy football, this is a guy that you want on your team. Buffalo Bills, I have them taking and picking up Travis Etienne. The guy's a beast. I think he's been a starter for the last, please forgive me if I'm wrong, I think 3 years, I believe it is, somewhere around that time. Dude's an absolute dog. Then we have the Baltimore Ravens. That's their second first-round pick off the board. Now, this one, I took a risk. A lot of people have this guy going in the second round, but again, with beer flu and everything like that and scouting, they're not being a combine, there's going to be players all around. Again, I just hope to take and at least get 5 or more of these correct in this year's draft. But folks, I have Rondale Moore. The guy's not even 6 feet tall, but the dude could squat 600. He could squat 600 pounds. And he's an absolute beast. Rondale Moore, man, he's somebody who has probably the highest ups in the draft, and he's not even the tallest player. The guy, picture if Dalvin Cook was a receiver. I know he could catch the ball and stuff, but if he was a straight up receiver, picture Steve Smith 2.0, picture Jarvis Landry 2.0. Rondale Moore, I will make an argument that he is possibly the best, if not top 2, top 3 best receiver in the draft. I put him in the conversations with Kyle Pitts. He is all that in the bag of chips. They need a facelift to their receiver core over in Baltimore. They need it. They need to get a very good receiver. And again, there's other guys on where there's Elijah Moore, Kadarius Toney, Terrence Marshall Jr., but Rondale Moore is who I have coming off the board. Absolutely love it. And then, of course, you got the Super Bowl champs. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. Now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I have them taking the best. I would like to see them have a little bit more edge on I would just like to see a little more wow on defense. Obviously, they have great coaching. Offense lit the world on fire. But I feel like the coaching is better than the actual defensive players they have. Mind you, and again, people they probably turn off the video at this point. But all I'm saying is that they could beef up the secondary. If there's one thing I could say about them, they can beef up the secondary. So therefore, I have off the University of Virginia, Virginia Tech. I have Caleb Farley coming off the board, cornerback. I have him coming off the board right now. So let me go ahead and select him here really quickly. Caleb Farley. And again, there's a lot of other good cornerbacks. You got Santi Samuel out there, and Robinson, UCF, Ifitu, Melifonwu, a lot of guys. Caleb Farley, I believe he's the next best cornerback. So that's a recap of my first round. This is who I take and I got. You guys can see on my screen here. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. And yeah, that's about it. So let me know what you guys take and think. If you guys agree, disagree, if you're like, Doug, what the heck, man, I expected better from you, or hey, I agree with you, or if maybe it's a mix of the two. You guys make sure you go down below in the comment section down below and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let's have a discussion. Folks, I gotta say, NFL draft, that's like Christmas time for me when it comes to the NFL. Christmas time, you know, if you have a favorite team, you know, you're watching your team in every single round. It's a time where people educate themselves on players. It's a time where, you know, if you love college, or if maybe you don't watch college football, this is your time to catch up on highlights. This is your time, you know, because throughout the season, you're preoccupied with NFL and whatnot. So, but anywho, that's all I got. You guys make sure you go down below, hit the subscribe button. It takes and it supports the channel to grow. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I'm going on month 13. We're at 750 something subscribers, and we just hit 40,000 views on the channel. Channel's growing magnificently. I really appreciate everybody's support. God bless you all. I hope you all are safe. Wear your mask. There's still a virus out there on the loose. And thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate every last one of you. Have a blessed day. Peace.